And now let me teach you how to use a food scale. So you can get any food scale off of Amazon or from just a kitchen store, whatever. I mean, don't spend a lot of money. The way that I always tell people to go about it is get one with a tempered glass top, because sometimes you might be putting something warm on there. They all have a tare button. Tare or tare means take it back to zero. Like when you put something on it, it will obviously increase. You might want it to go back to zero. So that's it. Most of them also, any good food scale will have a unit button here. There's kilograms, pounds and ounces, which I never use, flowing ounces, which I never use, and milliliters, which I also never use. I generally keep it always here on the grams. So let's just get down to business. I want to first show you the meal that I'm going to make. Now I've written it out, we're going old school. I'm not going fancy graphics on here. When I explained the difference between grams of one of the macros, so here I've got protein, carbs, fat, just so you know what these mean. The grams of protein, which is the quantity, is different from the weight in grams. And this is what confuses people. Sometimes people think it's 90 grams in weight, therefore it must be 90 grams of protein. No, that's not correct. The chicken, here you can see I'm going to be doing 30 grams. This is the amount of quantity that it's going to give me in protein. And if I'm aiming to reach 150 grams of protein a day, then this will give me 30 of that 150 grams. Now, to get that 30 grams of protein, I need to have 90 grams of weight of the chicken. So rice, cooked rice, it's going to give me 25 grams of carbs. And in order to get those 25 grams of carbs, I have to have 85 grams the weight of the rice. Brussels sprouts at 7 grams of carbs. And to get that, I need 100 grams of the weight. You can see this is very good for volume, because you get little gram of carbs, some minor grams of carbs for a lot of weight. And then I'm going to add an avocado at the end, and an avocado is going to give me 12 grams of fat for the 75 grams of weight. Okay, so I hope that helps to clarify, and I'm going to show you all of this. And the way that I'm going about this here, this is actually one of my typical lunches for me. Don't need to be fancy or fabulous. I'm just looking for function and to keep me on my goals. And with what I've been talking about this entire through the Macros 101 series and also the meal prep series is building your meals in blocks, in macro blocks. So you can see here chicken, protein, rice, carbs. This is the starchy carb. Brussels sprouts, these are my vegetable, because again, I emphasize eating the rainbow. Brussels sprouts, carbs, avocado fats, again, to eat your fats. So this is a very basic macro block based meal. And this is, if you're in Macropath, this is how you're going to see the meals dispersed, because we're trying to make it as simple and as efficient as possible for you. Chicken, rice, Brussels sprouts, avocado. Protein, starchy carb, vegetable carb, fat. These are the amount of the grams of these macros. This is the weight that I need of each of these food items to get me these totals. Again, reminder, we are going for 90 grams of chicken to give me 30 grams of protein in this meal. If you watched the meal prep series earlier, you'll see that I had some shredded chicken, or that I did some chicken in the, what do you call it? Slow cooker. So again, I need 90 grams of weight chicken. 85. Okay, there you go. 92. I'm just gonna have that be okay. So there we go. First building block. Chicken, 90 grams. This is 30 grams of protein. Awesome. Okay, let's do the rice. So the rice, we need 85 grams of weight, and that's going to give me 25 grams of starchy carbs. Now, what you want to do in between here is hit that tare button, or tare, and so it brings it back down to zero. And then we're going to put in 85 grams of weight, the rice here. There we go. I had some leftover black beans, and I just hate throwing out food, so I had a little bit of black beans. I just threw them in. It's another starchy carb. I'm not going to throw out good food. Okay, so there we go. So you can see 86, whoop-de-doo, 85 grams of cooked white rice. That gives me the 25 grams of the starchy carb. All right, now we are going to add the Brussels sprouts. These are our vegetables. We're eating the rainbow. I'm going to get 100 grams of weight for the 7 grams of carbs. So we're going to go for 100 grams here. And there we go. Okay, so I hope you can see the building blocks here. Protein, starchy carb, vegetable carb. You could also, if you just wanted to have the protein, starchy carb, then maybe have some berries on the side. You could have some fruit. All I want people to do is eat the rainbow. That's it. Hope you got enough light there. Okay, now we need some fats. We're building this block here. Avocado, 75 grams of avocado in weight. And that's going to give me 12 grams of fat. So I'm just going to slice this. I already cut myself once today. Oh my goodness. I was rushing around. I'm too excited. I love teaching this stuff. Nice, beautiful avocado. There we go. Oh, again, forgot to hit the tear button. 73. That's going to be good enough. It's supposed to be 75 grams. There you go. So that is a very basic macro meal. You just see this meal here. Protein, starchy carb, veggie carb, and then fat. Then right before I eat it, so I would have heated up everything except the avocado, but I mean, there's already everything in here is already seasoned, but I like just a little bit of fresh salt. And then I'm a really big fan of hot sauce. And I will just put a little bit of this on, give it a little bit of color. And there you go. There's your basic macro-based meal built on the blocks of protein, starchy carb, veggie carb, fat, a little bit of zhuzh on top. We've got the sauce. And these are the meals that are going to keep you on track reaching your goals. Now I'm going to show you a couple quick macro scale hacks. If you are measuring something out like peanut butter or jam or something, the easiest way to do this is to use negative measuring. So you put like the jam or the peanut butter or the butter or whatever on here, hit 0, and then we're going to do a negative measurement. So if I want 15 grams of peanut butter, I'm going to do this. Then you can see here, there's a negative. So negative 12. So I need just a little bit more. I want 15 grams. There you go. So there you go. Then you get like a perfect 15 grams. You're going to put this on your toast or whatever. But this is a much easier, much more accurate way, because if you are in a diet phase, the condiments can really get away from you if you're not careful about measuring them. And now another thing that is really great is if you've got a number of small things, doing additive measurements is actually really helpful as well. I'm showing you what I mean here. So I'm going to put some egg whites into these little containers. So you can put 3, you can put multiples on here. And now we're going to hit the 0 out button, the tear button. And I want 80 grams in each of these. I'm going to do 80, there you go, 85. Okay, we're just going to live with that. But I'm still going to do 160 here. So instead of like doing one at a time, zeroing it out, which gets really tiresome. There you go, so 160. And we're going to do 240 here. There we go. So that's another really fast, easy way. So you just watch the number here and just do 8, like add them up as opposed to taking it off, adding another, zeroing it out. Gets very tiring. So that is how to use a food scale, the most basic skill that we need when we're planning and tracking macros. Any questions, anything wasn't clear, send a note. Always happy to help.